locked in against her wall. It's a lot of control, it's a lot of power.
Also, blind picking it, I feel like, can be very dangerous. You took away Gnar. There is no Yorick, I guess, no Jace. But, like, there are a lot of other things that Doran can play, including Camille.
I think he kind of has free reign in this situation. I feel like a lot of our top laners would just pick a Renekton here, and that would be kind of the standard. But instead, going for the Ambessa, and there's a lot of dive threat in this T1 composition. I do think in this matchup specifically, if you're avoiding these skill shots, you have a lot of burst trading power. And looking to get some damage down on carrier there.
That's an exhaust out of Peas, by the way. They're going to force his barrier and also the heal. See that Lucid is 5-0 on the Jarvan. A lot of success there, but not so much here. Smash getting bullied out of lane already. One root comes down, and Smash is not able to play the game. Bit of a look execute here up in the top side, but mostly just trading under right outside the turret as the ult comes out from Xiu, but the dashes of the Ambassa get away from that. Xiu is still getting in there. The shield does a ton of damage. Flash has to be used by Doran.
Xiu just doing a good job of soaking up the damage, being ready with the shield, and able to turn the trade around.
Lucid not very much enjoying the Anivia, but now it's going to be the Storm coming in, and now Faker is going for a bit of a walk here in the enemy jungle.
He's not where he wants to be.
Yeah, also Anivia doesn't walk, Valdez. That was stupid. Faker flapping his wings, flying through the enemy jungle. Still flying through the enemy base.
He's wasting a lot of time.
He's getting to Owner.
Yeah.
I think he lives.
There's no ult from Xiu. Recall here. Oh, he
Lucid!
Oh, no.
No! There's a fight there.
Faker had no mana after that, so...
Meanwhile, Xiu is here. It's going to be the smash that does come down onto Owner. And back is coming in from Faker. He is going to go into Egg for sure. And I think even after all the shenanigans, the Anivia Faker will not survive. First blood does go over to Lucid. Essa before her first item. Not exactly super strong anyways, so eventually he'll get there.
Yeah. Obviously we've seen Korea?
Okay. Pop Blossom as Keria kind of gets baited into a wonky spot.
So many good spots. You see,
Oh, Showmaker in a bit of trouble. There is the extension on the stun, but at the end of the day, it's just a ton of damage going into Owner. And a bit of help from Career means that Showmaker is totally safe. No, I don't think so.
Ezreal and or Nico.
Watch the replay on the trade in top lane.
Yeah, it looks like Doran had to flash again.
Xiu. And now Lucid actually engaging here, but Owner wants to continue on this as there's Gravity Field and there's the Cataclysm Flash, but Lucid is going to be kept around as now the Flash comes forward, but the
nice buffer.
Buffer is perfect.
And eventually I'm going to be strong, but you just don't have as much early pressure. It is 18 AP and no Magic Pen.
Okay, well Doran trying to buffer his way out of that one.
Contested, they could have brought him up, given that Doran just TP'd, but they're going to go for a 4v4.
And now here we go once again. Faker is going to beat this one in, but Lucid is here as well. And again, Owner in a bit of trouble, has to flash away, and now he's in the Cataclysm with no help from his side. Scaria also comes up here. They're going to try to take down this Nico, but he's in the storm. Lucid will get flashed on and taken down as now Showmaker goes in for the trade as the Emilio comes over and keeps him alive.
Does he have the damage?
I think just barely not as...
Oh, the stun!
Stun comes in, and that is going to get the job done. Very nicely played by Showmaker. And Career again.
Off D+. We do see some move over to respond. Remember, no flashes on Owner or Carrier.
Yeah, this seems very aggressive from the side of T1. I'm not sure if you get away with this, but they are going to find Career, who is now basically not a champion owner. Going to get the Rift Herald kill. Did not get the eye just yet. Shu trying to frontline here. It looks like T1, they're just going to not get the eye.
They can't approach. And Shiwu is so tanky already. Oh, Doran's going for it.
Yeah, and he might just be able to dash his way in. And one more dash. There it is. Picks it up, uses it immediately. Trying to get into the action Herald. It's going to miss the ult, but now Lucid in an awkward spot. And both the junglers are going to hit the ground. Doran is going to hop into this one, but now Smash going to get knocked up by the Rift Herald, who is just spinning around and getting so much value on those knockups. It's insane. And the Ambessa is running wild in the back line. As Showmaker now all alone, trying to just poke out Paze and Keria. And even Doran now getting pretty low. Shiu at least able to get that kill, but a stun lands on a Showmaker. And the engage code comes out from Nico from Keria.
Smash
so silly.
So he gets Smash. Then he gets Sion, then he gets Milio, then he gets Smash again. He hits him twice and then just instantly cleans up the bot lane. Which did so much for T1 in this fight.
I'm dead. I think you guys can win.
And the timing from Keria.
Keria!
Was just perfect. You can even see like the animation didn't line up.
Oh, Lucid trying to start something here on a Keria, but more members of T1 than he expected. But here comes Smash doing a bunch of damage to Owner. In a lot of trouble, but actually Paze able to get the kill onto the Jarvan on top of getting a bunch of plates. So very far ahead in terms of gold. T1 looking for Chemtech Soul points. Just right now, Lucid is already chunked out a little bit. Culling comes down and a bit of a zoning wall is there. Lucid could have tried to walk forward, but not going to quite get it, as Ambessa in a lot of trouble here. But there's Keria with the 3-man knockup, and Doran is going to survive. They get into the back line. Career getting pretty low. Paze takes him out. Paze jumps forward into 3 and is going to have to flash away. Shu not quite able to land the decimating smash, and DK not really able to pick up more off of the back of this play.
Yeah, T1 playing that very aggressively, and I think Doran and Paze nearly paying. Oh.
I mean, there are a lot of members there. Faker says, well, I have Egg, but he doesn't have it anymore. And that's a shutdown that's given over to Smash.
Now he has Omelette, I guess.
So, not really a good play at the end of the day. Paze very fed, though. Does look like Smash is really trying to pressure him as much as possible. Paze getting Cullinged out of this one, and the chase is on. Paze taking down another shutdown here for Smash, who is very rich in this game.
And anyone who tries to challenge you on the wave is under threat.
It's going to be a nice little test for Showmaker to see if he can get out, but does have a lot of help from his teammates. Flash comes out of Doran as he's looking for that kill still. And Faker does TP over. The rest of the T1 is trying to group up here, and Doran surviving for so long in this fight as he eventually, with the help of Faker, will be able to take out Lucid finally in this one. And we're really just doing a lot of posturing here for this Chemtech Soul as we're flashing right onto Smash. The follow-up is there from the side of Keria, but where's the damage? As finally a bit comes out from the side of Faker, and Lucid takes an E to the back. As Doran gets in front of that, and also there's the Anivia wall, so she was like, man, why am I playing Sion? The public execution does come in, as Shiu is taking a beating, but that is just a Sion. Showmaker trying to make a big difference here, but he's kind of all alone in terms of damage, and he just explodes in under a second. And the damage out of Paze right now is insane. Gonna pick up another one. A zombie Sion can do all he wants, but it's just gonna be T1 winning the fight, and they get the Chemtech Soul. On top of that, Shiu level 17 here. And they're gonna engage onto Ambessa. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work, guys. I don't think that's the play.
So, have fun.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure on Smash. You know, his boy Reckless is here watching. And besides that, he's playing against one of the best bottom lane duos. And he's kind of...
playing against his old team.
Yeah, his old team. He has so much of the onus to try to carry this game and try to survive. He is going to get flanked and ultimate blown up immediately from 60% health. And just like that, I mean, Showmaker's also low. Like, you just can't do anything. Doran has a gigantic shield from the TP. And I don't think they're even going to get through that. I just don't see it happening. As the flash comes in, Showmaker able to rocket belt over the right side. And that at least is going to get him to safety, but it just feels like PK don't have an answer.
They now have to push in aggressively to contest. And when you push in quickly and aggressively, it sets up flanks to happen. Now, they are looking for Owner here.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of damage done to FaZe and Owner. Owner has to flash away, so that's potential engage button taken away with the flash at least. Doran says, well, I'm going to get some revenge as they're trying to kill him. That's going to be the miss on the ult here, and Doran just kind of walks it off. Here comes the Scion. Doran this time will be forced to flash away, gets a big shield, goes back in on a smash, and eventually they finally get him. Both top laners are taken out in the trade.
Once they respawn, but that Elder Dragon is being cut down quickly.
Yeah, I mean, they have to get in here. Lucid, he looks like he is going to be the one that goes in, but the turn comes out from Keria. They ult on a smash, and again, he just dies, trades his life for the Nico, and the damage is just way too much out of FaZe. Goes forward after Lucid goes in, and is just able to clean everybody up. Gonna get the GA out of Lucid, and both the carries are down. So at the end of the day, she was just left by his lonesome. It'll take a while to go down, but T1 will clean up the fight and look to push to end.
You know, I feel like the highlight of this series has been Doran, but the coordinated engages from Keria and Owner have just kind of been spectacular. Owner, who, you know, his KDA wasn't looking so pretty before, but he's doing his job every time. It's like Owner engages and Keria's there to follow, or Keria engages and Owner's there to follow, and the end result is Smash doesn't get to play the game.
Yeah, Lucid trying to clear the wave. He actually does do a good job of that, but he is, of course, going to die. And there was one cannon minion, actually, that did survive, so not the best job he could have done, I suppose. As Faker is going to zone away Smash. Smash hops over the wall, and they will just attack the Nexus and take it down. It's a clean 2-0 from T1 tonight.